Hey everyone, today we got amazing AMX ELC bis tier 5 light tank review, and thank you for sharing this beautiful replay. And trust me, this replay is quite interesting, and maybe you're gonna like it as well. By the way, just a quick, every Tuesday and every Sundays we reviewing your replays on my live stream on the giveaway time as well. So you just need to share your replay in my Discord, one per person, for free, cost you nothing. Just need to join my Discord and share it, a recent update replay. So feel free to join it. Description, you can find my link to this Discord. By sharing it, we're gonna watch it, and on the end of the week we're gonna decide by myself which one we're gonna upload on Tuesday. And today we choose this beautiful beast with amazing equipment setup, I would say, optics, exhauster, and configs. I mean, I would actually a little bit argue about configs, but yeah, faster repair time, less chance to get set on fire, and Amaroks and so on. In low tiers, it's quite common, and yeah, maybe that's a good setup. But at the same time, this gentleman, I would probably highly recommend to use different. For example, he got engine 262 health and so on. With experimental level 3 you got 210, but you got an extra 50 HP, and instead of 490 HP, I think so that's a huge difference, at least for me, at least for tier 5, because in tier 5 you don't have a lot of HP, trust me. Mediums have, as you can see, 600, some of them 700, some of them 500 as well. Heavies 700 to 800, maybe 1000 sometimes if you're lucky, or you know, well, you need to meet tier 6s. So not many tanks have a high HP bar, so I would go with experimental HP or bond HP. But I think so, well, the gentleman playing this tank for a very long time, maybe he knows what that mean, and repair time is quite important, especially in low tiers, and that could work really well. By the way, talking about this tank, this beast has amazing commonet, and with this kind of setup you can go down to like 55% commoneting without bond vents or even bond exhauster. So you can imagine that this tank can go even deeper with the commonet. I don't think you need more than you got already now. I think 55% commonet at tier 5 is actually really massive. And during this battle, I think so you will notice that, and I will prove that, honestly. This tank has a really super low profile, and it can be a really sneaky tank. More sneaky than LLC, yes, more sneaky than LLC, trust me. And AMX ELC bis can be upgraded with either a fast 75mm gun or a powerful 90mm cannon, which this gentleman is actually using. And I said to the chat, yo, you can actually, I would use the small one, you know, better DPM and, you know, all the things. And many of you actually disagree with me and said the big gun is the way to play this tank. Well, probably I know why, especially after this replay. So you might want to try the both guns, well, to see by yourself which one is better. But I think so the big one is the case, although you don't have a fully traverse turret with the big one, which is probably the minus, so it's a little bit harder to play. The 75mm variant has a faster aiming time, significantly higher DPM, and a much faster reload speed, and allows the turret to fully rotate a 360 degree. In comparison with 90mm caliber, you miss out more than double of alpha damage, from 110 to 240. That's a huge boost, and once again, as I mentioned before, low tiers have a really small amount of HP, so 240 alpha could be for some tanks, majority probably of the tanks in tier 5, so even not even talking about tier 4, 2 shots and game over. But yeah, you don't have a 360 degree, you got only 30, so you know, a bit dodgy stuff going on with the big gun, so you need to rely on that. But once again, if you got knowledge in the game and enough experience, so you go with this kind of little bit try-hard setup, well actually this try-hard setup, you're gonna increase your commonet, and yeah, well, for enemy to outspot you will be difficult, unless there's gonna be a Lefay in the game. Yes, the artillery, tier 5 artillery, then in that case, he will outspot you, trust me. But anyway, talking about this replay and the gentleman in this replay doing really heavy lifting, to be fair. He dealt already 1.8 thousand damage and taking out 2 tanks on his own with 500 assistance. That is a huge impact in the game, trust me, and that's a low tier gameplay. So he basically killed full HP 3 tanks. If we're counting spotting as well, that will be over 4. So huge impact in the game. He knows what he's doing, and he just bounced, by the way, 25 TP shot, which has 135 alpha, and he had only 100 HP left. So that was a really good RNG for him, because this could be an game over, basically, and we will stop watching, I guess. But that lucky RNG helped him to bounce a shot which he's not supposed to bounce, because this tank is totally flat green. It is flat green tank. You got no armors. If you ricochet something like this, well, you need to go and buy a ticket, I guess. But obviously the gentleman knew it. He ricocheted. He's dominating. Doing the blind shot. Double push. Not getting spotted. Why would you? 55% common net or even more. By the way, 55% common net even when you're moving, because it's a light tank. So keep that in mind as well. So while you're driving, you got a 55 or even more commenting. So I mean, that's massive. Trust me, massive. KV1, tunnel vision, ignoring him. Didn't even have attention. He's going back. He's still ignoring him, and well, well deserved, I guess. KV1 is well, that's how it looks like a low tier gameplay as well. Sometimes you're gonna have a lot of tunnel vision or a lot of yolling. Well, in this game we got now 2-5, and it's gonna be a bit dodgy. M10 trying to fight against enemy AMX ELC bis. Keep that in mind, this tank been nerfed long time ago. I think Wargaming find out that this tank is a little bit too OP, and back on the days with the big gun, holy moly what you could do. But they nerfed the big gun really a lot, so apparently it's unplayable, but obviously I don't believe that. Still huge amount of community playing this tank, and also even in this replay you can see it works really well. I mean, a great alpha, obviously long reload, yeah. But a great alpha and plus commonet and mobility, that's a huge, great combo, which can work in any kind of situation. Well, you don't even need rhymer, you don't need, I don't know, even vents, I guess, and you just need keyboard and rotation and surprise enemy from the left and right and use your commonet wise. Well, in this situation, this gentleman playing now 1 against 4, he took out M1 if I'm correct. Maybe not. Sorry, T1 heavy. He took out T1 heavy, which is really dangerous tank. Keep that in mind. He's one-shotable, and he's spotting Panzer IV F2, which is roughly 200 meters away, and he didn't get spotted. That's exactly what I mean. While you're driving, this tank has such a huge commonet, and in low tiers, barely someone will outspot you, unless another light tank will be in the game with optics or whatever. So this is the beauty about tank which been nerfed and still capable to do a lot, and dominate in low tiers is just nothing. Really easy. I may actually, I marked this tank long time ago, but I marked it with a small gun. I should probably punch myself for that, but I should try remark it as well with a big gun, and obviously with the tryhard setup. I want to make this camo even harder, even better. So probably I would, instead of configs, I would put vents, and I want to see full capabilities of camo netting. And that would be really strong, trust me. Look, this gentleman just shoot Panzer in open, basically. Didn't get spotted as well. So, yeah, I mean, that is crazy, right? So in low tiers, this kind of camo is just, in my opinion, OP. And the gun combination, 6 kills, 2.7 thousand damage. I mean, that's great performance, right? So you can bully new players as well with this tank, like nothing. But once again, you need to be sneaky and you need to know what he's doing. And obviously this gentleman knows what he's doing. He's loading high explosions and gonna try to snap Archer, although he snapped it without aim, but did not manage to penetrate. And that goes only with 133 alpha. Well, he did not penetrate, but still. He tried and he hits that, which is good. He reset, so he got the time again to rotate and surprise Archer from the left or right. So, as I mentioned before, just use your mobility. And this gentleman doing that really correct way. He hits, rotates, relocates, using some shells, which one he's supposed to. I don't know. Archer anyway was too shotable, so I would use the standard rounds just to make sure, you know, both penetrations, being sneaky. Now there is a 50-50 question, can he one-shot him or not? Because he could low roll. He's shooting in open and now he's getting spotted. That's dodgy, and Archer gonna try to hit him. No, he missed that because this tank is a really low, and to hit this kind of tank is also difficult. Well, that's a ALC basically in tier 5 in my opinion. Just this one has no autoloader, which is once again happy arse, because usually every single time in these days are autoloader. And now we're gonna try to push, and that's gonna be sneaky, dodgy shot, and we snap it. That was risky. Honestly, that was risky because he could kill him quite easily. Keep that in mind. There was art in the game. Obviously, he missed the shot, and I think so. That was it. Grilly Arty against AMX with the 50% combat plus. I think so. That's it. There is no chance we're gonna lose this game. Well, there is a chance because these days RTs are really good and capable to outplay you like nothing, just by one click. Trust me, I know that feeling. GodPack, because you just recently marked Lefe. No, not because that. No. Anyway, soon we're gonna see a new YouTube video about Lefe. It wasn't me. They forced me. But yeah, AMX ELC bis trying to take his number 8 kill in this game, and that's a great performance. Even trying to snap him, Grilly turns really quickly as well. Now it's oh my god, that could be the game over, but Grilly was too slow to turn around. A little bit bad choice to ram Grilly because you can lose a lot of hit points. Keep that in mind, you're a light tank. Doing the one high explosions for 291. Unfortunately not taking out from the game, so we're gonna try to face hug him, and Grill making mistake. He could actually squeeze himself next to the building and actually win this game, or have a better chance to win this game. Well, that was a AMX ELC bis, which is, I think so, still capable to do a lot in World of Tanks in 2025. It looks good. It's basically LT in tier 5s, and this is the result. A victory with a master game, a massive Radler's medal, a high caliber Top Gun Defender medal, 48,000 W name. I mean, what can go wrong? 3.4 thousand, almost 3.5 thousand damage with 8 kills, 1.5 base, and that was a massive damage for a tier 5. Once again, remember that's a tier 5, 22 shots, 18 hits, and 17 penetration. That's also great hit ratio and penetration. So that was AMX ELC bis replay. Thank you for sharing this replay. Try to find me, Discord nickname. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you soon. GodPack is out for today. Bye-bye.